All right, back with you today. I got a box of 1990 Sportflics, baby. Woo! 3 superstar cards and 2 Magic Motion trivia cards. What do we got? 36 packs, I believe, in this box. They used to come, had a card actually glued onto the cover. This box has been around a while and obviously lost that card. So here are your packs. Let's take a look. Double action photos. Sweet is that. 2 color photos. They were interlaced. This was the lenticular printing technique that they had come up with. Got a Dave Stewart there on the back. Chuck Finley on front. Hall of Famer and John Smoltz there. And our 2 trivia cards, which is actually 53 of these, which came in your sets. So that was considered part of your set. 153 of the Magic Motion cards. And this set was 225 cards, I believe. Dale Murphy on the back is Ivan Calderon, Tom Gordon, and your 2 Magic Motion cards. Pretty much, that's it. This is what you're getting. Looking for your Hall of Famers, of course, as always. So, as you can see, the 2 photos, you kind of flip it around, and there you go. You got Mickey Templeton swinging away. Jeff Leonard, 2 trivias, and Bert Blyleven, Hall of Famer, going in the Hall of Fame stack. So this is the 5th year of Sportflics. 1986 was the actual debut. And this was actually the last year of Sportflics, 1990. Until 1994, I believe it came back out. And that was because Pinnacle ended up bringing it back into existence. Paul Molitor, Hall of Famer there. And which is interesting. So 94 it came back, and it was, had the Sportflics. In 95, for some odd reason, they ended up changing from Sportflics with the ICS at the end to an X, which I thought was kind of interesting. Not sure why they did that, but they did. Harold Baines, Hall of Famers, a Jack Clark, and a Jesse Barfield. There you go. As usual, with stuff from the late 80s, early 90s, tons of Hall of Famers to look out for. Jose Canseco there, Will Clark. Oh, I forgot to start my star stack that I usually have been doing in some of my latest videos. I've been putting a stack of who I think are stars or should be noted. That kind of got a little bit of a ding. Robin Yount there, Greg Jeffries, and more trivia. It's kind of crazy that they give you so many of the trivia cards, 2 per pack. Kind of crazy that they had so many, 153 in this set. So Rafael Palmeiro on the back, John Kruk, Thigpen. Come on, where are all my Hall of Famers at? 1 stack down. At least the collation is not bad on 1990. You got to look back at my, the 1986 video that I had done. Man, that collation was terrible. Kurt Schilling, 2nd year card, and Paul O'Neill there. Got what it was. It was almost like I had 5 packs in a row that were just identical. Back to back to back. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. That was a nice Tom Glavine right there. Done a couple of shorts of these. I think they're pretty cool. I think the Sportflics are pretty interesting. Definitely don't get enough appreciation in the hobby, I feel like. I don't know why. I was able to snag this box at a card show a while ago. Finally came around to opening it, and I think I paid like $15 at the show for it, so practically nothing. Be able to open some stuff from the 90s, uncover what we still got out there. Mike Schooler. They definitely got a little bit of a bend to them, though. See that there? So these probably were not stored well, but thankfully, since there's no UV coating or high gloss on there, they're not sticking. It's a Sammy Sosa. I didn't even think about looking at rookie cards there, but I'd say it's a Sosa rookie, actually, now that I think about it. Did not think to look at what rookies were in this box. Barry Larkin, Hall of Famer there. Well, let's put Sosa right there. I don't know if Frank Thomas has a card in this. I don't ever remember seeing a Frank Thomas Sportflics card. Junior Felix. I am past I am past my midway point of my video. This is where I give you my speech of I appreciate those who are joining me and watching my videos. And if you have subscribed, thank you so much. If you have not, please consider doing so. This is the kind of stuff that I am bringing to you, opening stuff from the 80s and 90s, trying to at least open everything from the era so I can check it out. Don Mattingly. I always pause. I always seem to pull a Mattingly when I'm giving this speech. Mattingly's my boy. He will go right there. There's the drop of the video, everyone. For you regulars, you know what I'm talking about. Again, if you're just joining me for the first time, come along for the ride and you will see that I drop cards almost in every video. There was one that I released last week that actually there was no drop, and I think one of my somebody commented on that and said, "Hey, look at that! You didn't have a drop in this video." So I jokingly said I should probably keep track of the videos that I don't have drops in, because there's way fewer videos of no drops as opposed to videos with drops. Ricky Jordan and Roger Clemens right there. Here we go, coming down to the last stack of the box. Another quick video here with the Sportflics when you don't have that many. I think this is, I feel like we've seen that pack already right there. So starting to get a couple of doubles. I'd like to see a Nolan Ryan, maybe. That's a nice Deion Sanders there. Pretty sweet. Put Deion over here. What do we got? Kenny Rogers, Howard Johnson, and a Dave Gallagher. Ken Griffey Jr. would be a pretty cool pull too. I'd like to see one of those. Maybe we could pull one out of these last, what do I got? Eight packs left, maybe. Looks like. Roberto Alomar there, Hall of Famer. Tim Raines, not bad. 2 Hall of Famers in that pack. Dan Plesac, Mick Reynolds, and another Hall of Famer in Randy Johnson. It's nice, second year Randy Johnson right there. Jim Abbott coming up on the back of this pack. There's Tom Glavine once again, Joe Oliver. So we've seen Glavine, but I think that was our first Jim Abbott. So correlation is definitely, different in all these packs, which is, like I said, way better than Sportflics of 86. And Benito Santiago is the name in that pack. 4 left. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. This is a much quicker video than what I usually throw out there, I feel like. And Pedro Guerrero, Brett Saberhagen. Bert Blyleven, Langsford, Andre Dawson. There we go. Got 2 Hall of Famers in that pack. And a big old stack to my right. Pendleton once again, Langston, and a Robbie Thompson. Let's see. Can we end with a Hall of Famer or 2? Maybe a Nolan Ryan and a Ken Griffey Jr. would be good. We got Ellis Burks, a Chili Davis, and a Mike Schooler once again. So no Ryan, no Griffey. Got some pretty good stack of Hall of Famers here, though. Not too bad. Where is my Don Mattingly? There he is. And that's it. There you have it. 1990 Sportflics. And with that, I'll leave you with this. One man's junk wax, another man's treasure. Take care.